Hi, my name is Marvin Beliker, and this is Lab 5 for Programming and Logic. And this time we're doing random generated numbers and using an optoisolation circuit to send that number to the other end, and then the piezo buzzer will beep after that. As you can see, I'm using the Arduino on this end. I got a button up top, and I got the photoresistor on this end, another LED, and the piezo buzzer. So this side I have the program running on Arduino IDE, and I am going to open the serial monitor. So the serial monitor instructs you to enter a number other than 0. So I will do that. And number 3 generates 5 beeps, and then received 5 beeps on that end on the serial monitor. So it'll keep on doing that over and over. But let me show you what happens in the circuit when you enter a number. So the light flashes and then it beeps. This time I'll do it again so you can see exactly what goes on. Blue light flashes and then you hear the beeps. So the number of beeps is equal to the number of flashes received. I'm gonna I set up this button here to keep an independent light to see if I can be able to throw off the number of photoresistors if in case there's more light while it's counting the flashes, and test that out. Let's enter signal, and as you can see I got an extra reading during that moment. So it just shows you if your optoisolation is not perfect, you can get other light signals that will affect your counter. So let's go to the program itself. Alright, so I declare the blue LED, the green, and the piezo for 9, and number 2 to count to use the pin. So I'm using the pin 2, which is the interrupt pin, to check the light. Every time it senses light, it ups the counter. So that's why I ended up using pin 2, and then all those other variables that are over there. And then on the setup, the usual stuff, set some pins to output. I have the interrupt pin set to the light, so if there's the voltage rises, the counter goes up by 1, and that's what counts the number of light signals it receives. I have the serial monitor over there, communication at 9600, and the first instruction, which is about the user has to input a number in order to generate a random one. You can see I have a couple of functions. The first one will just wait until you have user input in order to initiate, and then after that the first function will randomize. The randomizer will generate a random number. Blink times will blink depending on the array we had above. So if you get number 3, it'll go in and blink 3 times. And there's a short delay before that, and then there's a confirm function which will print the number of flashes the Arduino received, and then the beeper will count, will beep as however many numbers the numbers were received. So if there's extra light or extra light signals, that's what you'll beep. And then after that we have the RGN reset to 0 and the counter reset to 0, and then it'll give you the instruction again. So the loop will only go once and then stop until you enter another integer. And below we can see the rest of the functions. Like I say, the randomizer generates a number, the requested waits for you to put an input to go through, the blink time blinks the number of times are set above. LED count is the one that senses the value of the light. The counter increases the counter by 1. The beeper determines the how the piezo buzzer beeps, and then the last one just prints out the counter value. And you'll see more on my write-up of why I decided to get the program to be set up the way it is. Alright, and thank you.